This video is sponsored by Noah. Hello, welcome back. Surprised to see you here, honestly. So, not sure if you can hear Noah drinking, but he is drinking, and that's okay. So today's video is about Noah, but before we get into that, I'm starting a new segment called Question of the Day, so send in your questions. This first question was submitted by my best friend Angela. Angela is a mess on Instagram, if you will, and she asks, what is your favourite cat? So, that's my favourite cat. Feel free to comment yours down below, but if you don't, that's alright. Anyway, let's crack on. This is my little baby boy, my little boy Noah. I had a whole bunch of questions about him when I posted on my Instagram story. So today, I'm going to be answering them because of course, I'm on my phone to film this. So let's get into them. Now the logical question to start with would be, when did I get Noah? So let's start there. I got Noah in late August when he was 2 months old. He was born on the 14th of June. So he is now 10 years old. He is a teenager. Buddy. Yeah, baby boy. Come here. He doesn't want to be part of this. The next question is, why did I get Noah? Now this one's a bit of a personal one, but nothing's off limits except for where I live. So I got Noah when my parents, because my parents decided, well, they'd decided long before to go to Europe, but I'd just gone through a breakup, and I was feeling very emotionally vulnerable and just not in a very happy place. If you follow my Instagram, you might have seen that, and I'm sorry. So they let me get a rabbit as a source of relief, which is a good segue into the next question. Why a rabbit? That's a good one. I don't know. I was thinking they'd let me get a dog because that seems to be the pet that they've always talked about getting. They're still talking about getting a dog. So I can't answer that except for they thought he'd be easy, and intelligent, and a good pet. I can tell you a good segue into the next question, how hard is he to take care of? He's pretty difficult, but also easy. So it's a loaded answer because on a day-to-day basis, it's super simple. I clean his litter tray, I put fresh hay in like morning and night, I refill his water bowls and I clean them every second day, and feed him his pellets. It's pretty simple from there. You can also feed him greens and stuff from our garden, such as dandelion and just long grasses, so we always go for plantain because it's just nice and gentle. So he gets that, and that's where he's easy to look after, but he's also very difficult to look after because if something goes wrong, like him getting sick was it a couple weeks ago or was it last week? I think it was a couple weeks ago. Man, time has flown. That's when you really want to be getting them to the vet, so the vet can just look them over, make sure nothing's wrong, because if you don't go to the vet or just get any feedback, there is a likelihood that if they worsen overnight while you are sleeping, they will be dead in the morning. And that's a terrifying wee thought to have. So they're difficult because the vets are hard to find, because they're classed as an exotic pet. They need a exotic vet. Wow, that rhymes. Which can cost more, and because you don't know what's going on with them unless you are a vet, you take them to the vet and then it just adds up. And yeah, like I think cats and dogs have yearly vaccinations, so does he, and you really should be desexing them, which can be around 200 to 300 New Zealand dollars. So I don't know what that is with exchange rates, I'm sorry, I normally Google it. So the costs for their vets and like specialty objects can be quite high. So the next question is, how did I get Noah? Now, I am ashamed of the answer. I did get him from a breeder. Had I done it again, I would have waited until there was a rabbit to get from the SPCA or any other adoption network, because now I know that rabbit breeding is very common and not always ethical. Most of the time it's not ethical, they just don't desex their rabbits and then expect to make money, which isn't, and there isn't enough research or certifications behind good rabbit breeders. So the next rabbit I get, which will be a friend for him, so don't worry guys, I am trying to convince my parents to allow me to get a second rabbit so that Noah is not lonely. Once I get a second rabbit, they will be an adopted rabbit for sure. Yeah. So now I'm going to show you his setup. He is in his enclosure most of the night, so from when I go to sleep at about 1 AM till probably about 9 AM he's in there, which is why I want to give him a friend, because 8 hours alone as a rabbit doesn't sound fun, especially when their lifespan is at longest around 11 years, especially for an inside rabbit. So I need to get him a friend, even if he is sharing my room and having company the rest of the day. It's not alright. It is tour time. Let's just, so as you can see, we've just got one of those cat climbing things. So he uses that just to hide away, to just have some chill time. He's got plenty of sticks to chew on. His water bowl needs cleaning. He's got a tunnel, he's got a big old eel to cuddle, and his bottle, and a litter box. This is really just for probably about 7 to 8 hours overnight while I sleep. So there we go. Adopt, don't shop. On a lighter note, we have the question of how did we pick his name? So I found out that I was going to get a rabbit, and then I took a picture of the rabbit that I was pretty sure I'd get to my friends and asked them what his name should be. and they gave me terrible names. But then I quite liked Noah, and I was like, it can be of the Ark, because I quite like making little paper hats, and I haven't actually done a picture shoot. Oh, I haven't actually done a photo shoot of Noah with a boat hat on. That needs to change. And then, final question, how do I stop Noah from eating things? Well, chewing. Not an easy question to answer. The only surefire way is to keep them out of their reach. He really enjoys the wicker chair in our lounge, and we can't really stop him from chewing it. We can keep him away from it by using a Vicks and water mix, just in a spray bottle, and then you just spray down very liberally all of the things that you'd want to keep them away from. So we do that to the back of our couches because he likes munching on them. We do that to the wicker chair. We haven't done it to shoes. That could be a good one. But really the only way to do it is to move things out of his way, because he's a rabbit. He doesn't know any better. There's no point getting angry at him or trying to put him in timeout, because this is his safe space. This is for him to be protected from us, not the other way around. So yeah, that's the video. I'm thinking at some point I might do something similar to, like, I don't want to say a cover video, but just going through all of the songs I've been designated from my singing lessons, because I'm supposed to have a show in July and I still don't know if that's going ahead. So I need to keep practicing. But the next video that I do is going to be about my study and who I do it through and what I do, and just taking you guys through it. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, a good night, a good morning, whatever it is, and I'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I hate saying that. Just, I don't care what you do. Well, I do care, but this is for me to keep track and keep productive. So you can do what you want. If you do like this video, that's fantastic. If you do want to see more, subscribe. But ultimately, you do you, and I will do me. And Noah, he will do himself. I'm now going to put in a video of him trying to get at his pellets in this thing that we bought from Kmart. I'm sorry, Americans, this is the one thing that we have that you don't. Hello, Fluffs. Yeah, find them. Find the pellets. You can do it. You can do it. Oh no. Good boy. Bye.